I took on the coaching and was a little bit dubious at first because I thought it was perhaps telling me how to change or telling me how to be better sort of thing. And I really thought there'd be a change, they would want me to change, but it's nothing to do that once you get into it. There's no answers, the coach doesn't tell you what to do or how to behave or what you should be thinking. The coach is there just to give you that time to let you work it out for yourself.
I engaged with the coaching pool about 18 months ago or so. Previously to that, I'd had some involvement with Sam in the coaching pool, and only really as recommending people to go and see her or to see the coaching pool. And I thought to myself, do you know what, I need to put my money where my mouth is and actually do some myself and get some coaching.
My experience of coaching has been really positive. It's the opportunity to take 3 sessions under the Transcend programme and to talk through a range of issues and challenges in a completely non-judgmental way with somebody who knows nothing about me, which has been really helpful, and to have challenge back by return in terms of future direction. Obviously this has been applied to a work context, but for me it's been an absolutely valuable experience. In terms of my preconceived ideas about coaching, I had some coaching before, but that was sort of 5-7 years ago. So for me, I entered into this completely with an open mind in the sense of what it might bring for me. And in terms of the coaching on offer, it was done from a very different perspective to the coaching that I'd received before. I think the flexibility that the coaching for Transcend offered me, it enabled me to come up with my own suggestions for goals and to where I wanted the coach to try and help me to move to. And it was up to me to suggest whether those were longer term goals or immediate goals in terms of where I believed I needed to get to. And that again was very different and very positive from my previous experience.
I think I have not changed as a person, but I've changed the way I immediately react to things. I've given myself a lot more thinking time before responding, and actually sometimes I don't need to respond at all, which was quite a big lesson for me to learn because I want to respond to everything. But that was a big lesson learned from coaching. I've still got the passion, I just don't jump as my immediate reaction anymore. And I've learned as well that there's an awful lot of power in that 5 minutes stopping, thinking, and I've surprised myself at times what a totally different reaction I've come out with compared to what I would have done had I just gone blah and let it all out at first. And I think that's definitely a big power of the coaching.
I was at a bit of a crossroads with my career, so in terms of my own performance and whether or not it's had an impact, absolutely. At that time I was really sort of wondering where I was going to go, what I was going to do next. Coaching really helped me to identify what it was that I needed to do, and I put some of those things into action, and I think I've progressed as a result of that. My performance, I think, has improved certainly, and the feedback I'm getting from customers has been really positive as a result.
The challenge, I think we all tend to get set in our ways, probably don't realise it, and the opportunity for a coach to say, park that, why have you done that, rethink that, because somebody's not connected to us, I think has been a huge benefit to me, and to have that arm's length comment. Sometimes we might know that we need to change, but I think that's then reflected back in terms of what the coach says back to us in a very different way. And again, it's completely non-judgmental, but the challenge is absolutely there.
But how you suddenly realise you're not straining to concentrate on what the coach has told you to do, so it's become a natural reaction. That I absolutely loved in myself, and all of a sudden it was like, well, hang on, I didn't have to stop and think. Don't stop and think. It's just happening naturally, and it does definitely change you in that way.
To convince people it's the right move, I'd say, do you know what, just take the leap, invest some time in yourself. It's the best thing I ever did.
I'd absolutely recommend it. I think it's important to select the coach that you think will be able to work with you. As I said, from my experience, I tried one and moved to another, and that was absolutely right for me to do that. It needs to be a coach that you think you can get on with, that you think will have benefit there in terms of the nature of that relationship. But yes, I'd recommend it to anybody.